pretty generous about my likes. Most of the time, I say if I beat a level, I'll give it a like. But that level was just garbage. No offense. Okay, or maybe offense. I don't know. Maybe offense is acceptable. You know what? Yeah. Offense intended. I think people should be willing to accept offense. I think that's part of the problem today, is people are always worried about whether or not they'll offend somebody. They're like being too, what's the word? Maybe like, I'm trying to think of what the word is. Enably. People are enably. I feel like maybe like that phrase, no offense, is very enably. Like it's like narcissist enabling, you know what I mean? Like, oh, sorry, I don't want to hurt your ego, so I'm gonna say no offense. I don't know, I just feel like, you know, if I'm trying to be like an example to communities or to individuals or whatever, I feel like I need to like perhaps analyze some of the things I say that might just be me copying what other people say instead of coming up with something to say on my own, you know? Oops. Oh my goodness. No! Stop going into the rift! That's death! Dude, this level is very strange. It's a Looeye level, so that's going to happen sometimes. You're gonna get some strange levels. We keep getting these pentagrams drawn by these paths. Dude, a while ago, for some reason, I was calling it a pentagon. I'm pretty sure it's not a pentagon. What is it called? What's the difference between a pentagram and a pentagon? I think a pentagram is something that you just draw on a surface. Right, so this is a pentagram. If it was like an actual structure of some sort, then I guess it would be a pentagon. But it's not, it's just a drawing. I think that might be the distinction that we're looking for here. Ooh! Alright, well I got him. Wait, you're telling me to reset? What do you mean reset? Oh, do you want me to throw this stuff in here? Oops. Okay, yeah, if we go into the rift, it was probably just gonna kill us. Otherwise, he wouldn't put the sign there, right? Alright, let's try this again then. Okay, I threw one in there. Okay, there's a hit point indicator on the bottom. Does that mean this boss has 8 hit points? Maybe. That's what it looks like. 4, 8, or 12 or 16, something like that. Number divisible by 4. I wonder if there's going to be a second phase after we take off this 4th hit point. That could be interesting. Maybe we'll have to deal with 2 lizumis or something. Oh! I probably should have used one of these to get past him. So we do have to kill the Vagrap. The lizumi, no. Oops. Let's try that again. What? Okay, that's better. Getting into a position to throw this into the rift can be really time consuming. Hey there, Ben, welcome back. You got shade level for me. Cool. I did not add the Shenanabot, my bad. I was streaming Levelhead yesterday, but nobody showed up, so... but of course, you were probably sleeping at the time. So it's probably not your fault. Let's see here. Anyway, I made the bot, accept the levels, and then nobody ever gave the bot anything. So I just moved on to Triangle Strategy after like 45 minutes, since I was enjoying that game's story. Actually, no, that's not true. I did not move on to Triangle Strategy right away. I went back to Bravely Default 2 so I could go defeat the super boss that I hadn't ever beaten before. So I beat him up. And then I went to play Triangle Strategy. Yeah, thanks. Dungeon level 300. Oh, interesting. Maybe I should put level 100 in my 100th level. I guess it's too late to say level 66. Because I've already uploaded like 80 of them. Maybe I could say level 132. Lol. Actually, wait a minute. I mean, if I do that, I guess that means I can only have like 2 words at the front of the name. Like you with your dungeon level. Because of the way number formatting works in this game. Ah! No! I thought I could squeeze past the rift. I was wrong. I'm so bad at using the shade, or just playing Levelhead in general. Oof. No! That was... I was not screwed by jumping on him, I was screwed by not jumping off of him properly. Ow! Dude, he's so fast! I'm not getting the timing right on the teleportation. It's easier to do it from this angle, but... I don't know if I was gonna make it. Like, it really... Dude! The design of this level feels really... frustrating. Oops. Oh my goodness. Why couldn't they have made the rift smaller? This level would have been easier if the rift was smaller, to be honest. Or if you make the rift move faster. One of the two. He's got it, like, just the right speed to be incredibly annoying. It reminds me of, like, the yellow hardlight gate speed on my remake of that level for Noob Jr.'s power build. Which I'm assuming Ben has not speedrun yet. It might be a fun one to speedrun now that it's like the full version. Or, well, I don't know. It's an improved version at least anyways. I'm probably not remaking it again, but I might if I come up with a really good idea for it. But I mean, to be fair, it is a level that was inspired by the Lightning Returns level, so I really like that game a lot, so if I can figure out a way to improve it, I might do that. But anyways, I have not delisted the previous level, the one that was on Noob Jr.'s power build. I thought about it, but it had been... I don't know, I technically delisted the power build level from this Sunday because the player could only collect the 66 gems. You were supposed to like get the last 33 after you collect the 66. That way it actually rewards people for going out of their way to go collect all of those gems. So he wasn't even able to get a free ribbon, you know, by beating me, because I hadn't properly tested that, unfortunately. Oh man, dude. This level is within my skill set to beat, but I'm just playing like garbage right now. It's kind of frustrating. I don't know if I'd be playing any better if I took a break. Probably not. No! Oops, what am I doing? Oh my goodness. I'm just like... Okay, that's the thing. You know what GR18 needs? If they ever update this game, I'll tell you exactly what GR18 needs. He needs, like... Okay, well, I don't know, like... Maybe need is a strong word, but... Okay, maybe... I'm trying to figure out how would they sell this. Okay, so let's say they add a new feature to the game. It has to somehow fit in with the story, you know, and lore of the game, like the realism of it or whatever. Like, I was thinking, what if we give GR18 a backpack? I was thinking, maybe it doesn't make that much sense because GR18's body itself is supposed to be the backpack. My issue is he cannot, like, carry multiple projectiles at a time, and I want him to be able to, you know, have, like, a power-up that lets him collect multiple projectiles at a time. Maybe it could be, like, an extension onto the regular power-ups, I'm not sure, but... It would make levels like this a lot less annoying, that's for sure. Like, I would like to be able to just collect a whole bunch of these projectiles, and then use them all at once, because this rift being so slow. That's my frustration. I like I can't stop right now. I'm trying to not die. The work philosophy that's tied into the patterns of like combat on this level, like, it goes contrary to what my work philosophy is, if that makes sense. Like, I would rather collect all the projectiles and throw them all into the rifts rather than collecting them one at a time. That's just the kind of worker that I am. So I find this very frustrating as a result. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, wasn't ready to do that. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I took off 5 hit points during this run, where I haven't died yet. Oh no! Why did I do it from that side? I should have done it from the side I was comfortable with. I ended up jumping into the rift again. Looeye's level is frustrating. I know I can beat it, but wow, it's so frustrating for the reason that I stated previously. Feel free to clip it if you want. Oh my goodness. I'll probably clip it. Anyways, it's not really Looeye's fault that I cannot do what I said. Because there's no way for him to even give us some sort of backpacky item. I was thinking we could call it something besides a backpack. I don't know why it just restarted. I guess just because I damaged him and I wasn't technically supposed to, but it's not like that was a death sentence. You're just not supposed to kill him. Anyways, that's the main thing that you need to avoid. If you do that, then you have to restart, I guess. Possibly only because you won't have enough projectiles to kill the boss or whatever. Which I guess is just part of. It's like chopping off the boss's arm before chopping off his head. It's not allowed. Because you need to use his arm to chop off his head or something. That's the best analogy, but I mean, quite obviously it's not, but anyway. I feel like I'm talking too much lately. Whoa! On a scale of 1 to 10, how, oh my goodness, how much would Ben or Luna prefer I talk, I wonder? Not that it really matters, I don't know, I mean, like, at the end of the day, like, I do want to attract more loyal viewers, but, like, there's not much of a point in trying to attract more viewers if you can't even keep the ones that you currently have, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. Come here, come get me, let me have your projectile. Anyways, I was thinking, maybe instead of saying that he gets a backpack for an update to let him carry more items, we'll call it something else. We'll call it like he gets dividers or partitions. That's the word. He gets partitions in his, he gets a partition upgrade, a partition power up. Yeah, that's what we need. We need a partition power up. Because that's the, you know, sciencey, mechanical, computer version of a backpack, I guess. Ow! Oh, I was... Ben likes the honest feedback. That's cool. And I do think if you don't, like, have a filter on what you say, then that provides for honest feedback, so that makes sense. That's good feedback. That wasn't really the question I was asking Ben, but I do appreciate the answer. I was actually asking him and Luna, on a scale of 1 to 10, like, how much would they prefer I talk? And Ben is just like, yeah, whatever's natural, I suppose. Which is totally fair. Whoops, no, no! Ah! Oh, I just damaged him 2 times accidentally. I wasn't supposed to do that. Dude, this is so complicated. It would be so much easier if I didn't have to worry about killing him. Like, if there was just, like, a robo factory just spitting out more of these guys, in case I accidentally kill him. It just adds so much more challenge to the level. Like, basically turns this, like, enemy into a friendly, I guess. Kinda weird. But understandable. It's a cool idea. Manipulate them. You have to keep them alive. Actually, if anything, it makes Looeye's level, it turns GR18 into a villain, I guess, kind of. Because, like, if we're not killing this guy and I hit him on the head every once in a while, it's basically like I'm torturing him. I'm torturing the lizumi. Like, keeping him alive, not killing him off. That's really villainous, isn't it? I could see why people, like, making any kind of level that might look anything like this, I could see why people would rate him as sort of like an evil maker on when PK was doing that one stream. Wonder how many levels of this he's built for like GR18 feels like the villain. Now that I think about it, I think there was even a power build one time where he wanted us to make GR18 into the villain. I don't know what he thought of the levels that he got during that stream, but maybe they were underwhelming for him. Sure. Curious to find out. Oh my goodness. I was like, my headcanon was saying I can throw my rune past the rift, and that was clearly incorrect. I don't know if that's even the right way to describe that, but like in the heat of the moment, I was just wanting to do something impossible. Whoa. Alright, I'm not gonna be a super villain. I'm not gonna kill him off. I'm gonna be a villain with morals, and I'm gonna leave him alive after I kill him. So that way, he could actually, get healthy again, and, bring value to his friends and family. Alright, cool level. I guess we'll give that one a favorite. That was probably one of the more iconic Looeye levels that I could play. What do you mean, really? You wanted me to finish him off? Nah, I don't want to be like that. Are you talking to Luna? I've once seen someone make a level where GR18 is the bad guy. Yeah, well. Oh, you saw the building process?